welcome to Duffels and Dogs. Today we're going to talk about international insurance, health insurance, and our experiences with the medical system so far, since we've been here for 2 months. And we have a special guest who's going to get interviewed today to talk about those things. So without further ado, let me introduce you to our special guest. Okay, here we go. Oh, she's here. Well, I'll be, isn't it Jeannie Ballou?
Am I on?
You are.
Oh, hi everybody.
You're our special guest for today's episode.
I didn't know. I was sitting here doing my thing. Hi.
Yay.
Hi. So, today...
I sort of already let them know we're gonna interview you and talk a little bit about insurance.
Yep.
And experience with the medical system so far, 2 months in.
Okay.
What do you
do
say?
That. Yeah.
Yeah?
Do I look okay?
Perfect.
Okay, I'm just looking at all of you, making sure I look okay. Anyway, yeah, so we were looking just to inform you all about some of what we've been learning. And so coming here, a big part of coming here was being able to take care of healthcare and our medical insurance, different than the United States, which is a whole other conversation if we ever want to have it. So we came down here, we were looking at international insurance, insurance that will carry us no matter where we go, whether we're here or whether we travel around the world, which is really what we want to do, and just have this be our home base. So we looked into the 2 international plans. One is called BMI, and one is Blue Cross Blue Shield. So we looked into that, and I'm just going to cut this down a little bit to keep it, viewable. When we apply to Blue Cross Blue Shield, for example, they asked me to do 2 things. One is they asked me to go get a checkup with a doctor here in Costa Rica, and they also asked me to get a bone density check. Now, we won't go into the whole female part of this, like women get asked to get bone density tests, but that's a whole nother story. So I did. So just to inform you of how that went, I went down the road from where we live to Hospital Metropolitano, and I visited with a lovely doctor there. I booked my appointment online, heard back from them, and was able to make an appointment within 24 hours, no referral needed. Drove down the road about 10 minutes to the hospital. On time, they came out on time, met with the nurse, took my vitals, did all this stuff. Then I met with the doctor who did the doctor thing and wrote me up a report, handed it to me when I walked out the door, like actually put it in an envelope and handed it to me. And when I left there, it was $49. Done. Full thing. Got home, scanned it, sent it to our insurance broker, who's a great guy. We'll put his name below here so you guys can find him if you ever choose to.
And you were with the doctor the whole time? This wasn't a technician?
No, this was the nurse and then the doctor for the physical, correct.
Gotcha.
So it was easy. His English was very good. He needed a little help with a few words, but other than that, we had a good time. Got the report, walked out, $49. So that was number 1. Number 2 is I needed this bone density test. Well, in here where we live in the Potrero area, there's no area or lab here that will do that test. So we had to go into Liberia, as they say here, because an I is an E. And it was about a 50-minute drive or so to get there. Went to a beautiful, lovely hospital, San Rafael Archangel, and went there again. Booked it online, got the appointment within a day or 2, and showed up on time. They got me on time. I walked back to the room. They put me down on the bed or whatever that thing is, and strapped me down, and the technician came in and started doing this test. Now, I've had a bone density test at 55 with women. They recommend you do that, and it is a good idea. And I was clear as a bell at 55, so I kind of knew what to expect. I think at 55 they did my hips in the United States just to kind of make a judgment. Well, I'm laying there on the table in Liberia in this hospital, and they do the test, and they start at the tippy top of my head and went all the way to the tip of my...
Full body scan.
Full body, tip of my toes. They did my arms, my hips, my legs, everything. I mean, it was full on. I think it was about a 40-minute test. The technician sat there in the room with me the entire time. Did it all, was lovely, did not speak English. And then when we were done, I got up and the technician, a female, probably around 50, started chatting with me and I couldn't understand her. So we went out and got the receptionist, who came in, and lo and behold, what I found out, the technician wasn't a technician. In the United States, technicians do all the testing. The doctor was actually the person in the room with me doing the full-on test. For 40 minutes, sat there with me. When we went out and got the assistant who came in, helped us translate, the doctor stood with me for another 10 minutes, answering every question I had, telling me what she saw, what she learned, what I can do, offered me medication, the whole 9 yards. And that cost $70. $70
with no insurance.
With no insurance. Cash out of pocket, $70. The test was done by a doctor, not a technician, who sat there and spoke to me politely, informed me. It was just an amazing experience. So the outcome, though, so you all know at 60, is I have osteopenia, which is like a precursor to osteoporosis. However, it is completely reversible. So I'm not going to take medication. I am going to continue my exercise. Found a trainer, $25 a session. Comes to my house with all the equipment. Just another story. So I'm going to do that for a year, and then I'm going to get rechecked. So
and diet.
And diet, of course,
yeah.
and diet. And I'm getting plenty of, can you see the vitamin D that we get here? No problem with vitamin D here. So the end of the day, I went to 2 doctor appointments, cash, no insurance, under $150. Sorry, I have a truck behind me, so I'm going to talk a little louder. And was cared for well. So you know I'm actually going to go with Blue Cross Blue Shield. They're going to insure me fully, except for my bones because of my osteopenia. So that means if James and I are anywhere and I fall and break a bone, it's on us to fix it. But they'll cover everything else. And James is going with BMI. He passed 100% done. So we are now insured with international medical insurance. The cost for both of us for a month is $649.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
right. Yeah, $649
For both of us.
For both of us.
Right.
And we can travel anywhere in the world. Our deductible here in Costa Rica is $1,000, and our deductible everywhere else in the world is $5,000. And I believe it's up to $1 million coverage for everything. Is that correct? Right. So I just wanted to give you that story. Like, that was our first time. It was non-emergency. I just had to go do what we had to do, and it was the most pleasant experience. And I just can't say enough about it. I think that covers it. Did I miss anything?
No, I don't think so. I mean, the international insurance is sort of it's not a stopgap, but it's until, you know.
So our plan, however, so you know, right, thank you, James. Our plan is we're going to keep the international insurance while we file for residency, which could take us about a year. And in that time, we'll use international, but once we have residency, they have their public system here. It's called CAHA. And once you're part of CAHA, I think your monthly dues are minuscule, like nothing.
It's based on your income, but it's very minimal.
We're learning more about that, but then it's zero, like nothing.
They cover everything.
Cover everything, hospital stays, whatever you need, zero. So, and medical care here is also very, very good. The doctors here are trained everywhere in the world. So that was it. I don't want to keep you guys too long. Make sure you have a good day. But that was like a new thing, and it was just lovely and wonderful because people have been asking me from the States about, so what about medical? What about medical? What about medical? So as more unfolds, we'll keep you posted. But that's it. I love talking to you guys. It's good seeing you. Pura Vida. Take care. Love, 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 love.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Jeannie.
Thank
Appreciate
you,
it.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.